I was going to give you a pretty good plug there, but he shut it down there.
Right. Okay. So the recording's actually done. I just want to have a quick check here. I'll have to
He didn't want to see us arguing anymore, Steve. That's what it was.
I'll have to convert it anyway. Right. Okay.
Right,
So.
right. You got to edit. You got to do some editing there.
Aye. Well, I just want to.
Give me later. Give me later. I'll tell you a couple things you need to edit with Steve. So.
So it worked out all right. That's just that's just the pre-recording that I done.
Oh, okay.
That's just the pre-recording that I done. So all I have to do is.
Okay.
All right. I want to check the end part. How long's that one last for? 20. I want to see. I'm gonna check the end part.
I hope you don't take offense at us taking jabs at one another. So.
Not at all.
I mean, we do try and keep it.
443 is an HTTPS for Verizon, along with port 88 and port 1088. Okay, so if someone's using a port scanner to find out if there's any ports in my computer open, they ain't going to find them. Oh, it's clear. Well, I'm using the media flash encoder, so it's working. So
Yeah, you know that's a simple program, right? I mean, that thing really sounds clean, man.
Yeah, even the playback sounds clean. So what I do is now I'll put it in the video editing program. First of all, I have to convert it to an MP4, which means anybody wants to put it on a mobile device, you say. So it takes about 40. Sometimes it takes between 20 or 40 months to convert it. Then I have to put it into Camtasia Studio, which then adjusts the sound quality even more, and brings in the zooming, and then I put it up onto YouTube. And then I have to go to Blip TV and send it to Blip TV, which then they put it on to iTunes Podcaster for me.
Cool.
And then when I go to Podmatic I have to put it on there. It goes to Google Plus, Blogger, and Facebook and Twitter all automatically. So. I done last week's, and I was listening to it last week, where yourself and Steve was helping us out talking about the new Windows operating system. It came out brilliant.
Yeah, and even my girlfriend was laughing in the background. I was like, oh my god.
What I was saying to you is, the daughter bought me a t-shirt when she was on holidays. She brought it back. She says, love the best and fuck the rest.
That would be a good one for you know who.
So, Tax, what happened? So we go ahead, mate.
I hope you don't mind it. Steve and I take jabs at one another because
not
I
at
like
all.
messing with him a little bit. So,
not at all.
So when I get over there and say my cast is better than his, you know, it's just. And of course he comes back up and calls me an old fart, which I love. So.
Not at all.
You know, if it doesn't fit into what you're doing, let us know. So.
No, Tax, that's brilliant. No, what's what?
I just figured we could kind of add a little humor in here, might help people.
Yep, that's what it's all about. There's no point, it's not. It's not a room to be it's not a. Well, it's not a room to be sitting there afraid to say the wrong thing in case you get kicked. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I'm
just looking at it like this. Yeah, right. I'm just looking at it like this. We're trying to be ourselves, okay?
Yep.
And we'll try and offer some advice and help and all that, and then we'll stick a little humor in there, and I'll stick it to him, he'll stick it to me, and
don't go there, you'll be booted out.
Not at all. Not at all. But it's all about it is a social broadcast, and it is about having a bit of humour. It's about trying to get the leg of adapting all these people coming in involved. Don't be afraid to say something, guys. It doesn't have to be about computers.
Yeah. Well, I hope the info I gave tonight on Linux would help them out just from a a layman's point of view.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
you know, whatever, Steve.
let's see.
Steve, you got something to do. Steve, you have something to do.
No.
Go do it. We'll go do
443 is an HTTPS week. Well, of course I could go ahead and it won't make any difference if it's recorded or not. We'll get there.
But I'm just hoping
I can't.
what information
I'll do my
I get
best.
on the
Hope the rest.
was helpful.
Hold on,
Notice what Steve
because there is a hack out that you can see. This is the one that we done. I'm just checking on where you spoke to see what will come up. You've got very little on it. Multimedia is the growth player, the volume control, be what they call. Right. It must be in this other one where Tax started to talk.
Hang on, I'll ground check on it.
They've lost a lot of money apparently. I think that's the way that I think that's what it is. Windows 8, I have tried it about. What size is your hard drive? Microsoft Windows from on. Sometimes you get viruses. You can not. You will notice those. Right, here's Tax in a minute. Fort first. So if you press the F9 key on your keyboard, the way the system, the open source code is, you don't need to defragment it because as you close the
you could, I don't have to, but I do for peace of mind. And running those scans has picked up nothing. And I'm running just about, not quite a gig of RAM and 80 gigs of hard drive. And I mean, this thing's fast, I suggest if you have an older version or an older computer, you need to really look into this. Updates come pretty frequent from time to time, which is good because it's keeping up on it. Seems like Windows, I might just get updates once a month, and there may be security issues that happen 2 months prior to that. I don't have to defrag. That's cool. Although I remember one of your programs you talked about, there was a way of doing something like a defrag on Linux. I've been wanting to get with you on that and see if it's something I need to do or look into.
What I actually done first, the very first time I decided to use Linux. As a Windows user, I said to myself, right, there's three things.
That's right, it had to do with the terminal inserting a command. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. And then going back to these, the seat cleaner and the programs you're talking about speeding up the computer, I've been using BleachBit. It could be used on Windows as well as on Linux. I just did a BleachBit cleanup on mine, and it actually recovered almost 500, I think it was around 500 megabytes of space because I hadn't cleaned it in a while, and it cleaned it off of 3 browsers that I use: Firefox, Google Chrome, and the Chromium. So it cleaned up a lot of space for me. So BleachBit is another free program. I had heard about this when I was running Windows and ran it on.
Sorry guys, we're just checking for tonight's recording. Taxi, come out there, clears a bell.
Yeah, I was just wanting to make sure, I was making sense in what I was saying, so.
Alright. No, you come out, you were making sense. Yeah, that's what I do. I double check. Let's see.
I mean, I'm not computer literate as it is, but, I know the things I had. There you go, he's laughing again, see?
I wasn't laughing.
I hear you snickering.
I was just shocked at the price of my...
Yeah, you better shut.
Just shocked at the memory.
So I'll have to actually use a video joiner for that one. I'll have to use a video joiner for that one. For I'd put it in three different clips. So what I'll do is I'll join all the clips with the video editing program, put them all into one. But I'll convert them all first. So I've worked out clear. Okay, let's see.
Well, what I was trying to get at, I just hope that my opinion about what I'm using on Linux is being clear to people who's not used to using it yet. So.
Right.
That's pretty much what I was trying to.
Sure. Well, maybe you can help me with this question without mentioning the name. Okay, a person has PM'd me and asked for help. I have a question. How does one go into another room and remove chat from another room? Someone on blog is doing it in a room. I'm getting so mad at this person. He goes into random rooms and he is spamming the hell out of it by removing chat. Okay, Ty, and etc. So how can we stop this? Some guy is going into a room and removing chat from another room, which it sounds to me he's copying and pasting, and someone on some blog is doing it. So that sounds to me he's going to a room, he's copying the chat text, he's spammed it into another room to block up the chat so people can't type. So the only way I think you can stop that is block the guesses, or just keep banning the person that does it. Is there?
Well, that's not the way I was hearing. I'm not sure the way that's the way I'm hearing it. You said the person was copying the chat.
Right. I'll read it. I'll read it again.
Read it again. Let
Right.
me hear what you're saying.
Okay. A friend says, "I have a question. How does one go into another room and remove chat from another's room? Someone on blog is doing it. I'm getting so mad at this person, he goes into random rooms." So they're going into another room, removing chat from another room, and is spamming the hell out of other rooms. So would that be just copying and pasting?
Yeah, that's copy and paste. And
Right.
That pretty
So-
much, it's either the owner of the room or somebody going in and copying and pasting then putting it into another room. That's what I was needing to hear. I don't think there's much you can do for that, to be honest.
Block
If
guesses.
they know who's doing it, then they could go to Blog TV administrators and complain to them about it.
Right.
That's the only thing I know to do.
Right. The person that asked my help just logged off.
Just support. You know what I mean?
So it sounds to me.
Happy about the
Well, they'll have to log into the room as a guest, right? Obviously, if you haven't got the guests blocked, you could just paste it in, slap it in, right? That would be one way. And the other way is obviously they're not going to come in with a name because they know they're going to get banned, right? So there must be another hack out. They're using a tax hack.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll have to just see if I can find one for it. Right. Yep. I thought that. Right. Tax. I can't give you a link because I'm not logged in here, right? But I'll not give it to you over the air. Let me PM this for you. And, you actually, oh fuck. Well, I know some of this stuff's been on the internet for a long time, but let me PM this link to you. Rather than call it out over the air. Great. I'll have to take the web address and just see if mine.
Okay, somebody's got the hole.
Well, the technical end of it's over the night anyway, so. Oh, thank God I heard that, right? I ain't fucking heard that.
Damn.
Well, I would say thank fuck. I would say thank fuck too.
Well, I didn't want to put it that way because I didn't want to be cheeky, so.
Well, if so, if there's the link text. Go to that place and you'll see at the top where it says beginners, and then it says tutorials. Now, when you go to that link, it'll probably say you're not a member, but I got stayed on. And I'm going to bookmark it. There's quite a lot of stuff in there too. Some of it I knew and some of it I don't. Huh?
Getting frustrated out with it.
No, I didn't know where you were going to send it. I don't know if it's coming through Skype or.
No, it's on the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
I want to check. I want to inspect the element of it. They've got it well set up, so it's a genuine site. They also have a lot of tools in here.
There we go.
What do you think of
A
that one?
little slow, but I got it open here. So.
A lot of good stuff in there.
No, I didn't know if it was coming through on Skype or if you're going to put it through the instant
Well,
message on.
You see the pen testing one. Obviously you could read it, but I wouldn't try pen testing because you get caught, you can get into serious trouble. You know. I know a computer expert that was pen testing. He does it for companies, and he actually got the FBI decided to make an example of him. It's pen testing and forensics. Now there is a couple of secure Linuxes, and one of the Linuxes actually is for pen testing and catch testing and stuff like that. That's if you want to go into it really deep, you know. I actually have a hacker's Linux with all the hacker tools on it, a live CD, and there's it. Botnets, IRC bolts and zombies.
I know a couple of them.
That's not coming across blog, is it?
What? I subscribe with you. They don't know what I'm talking about.
I didn't know if you got your volume silence on blog or not.
No, I haven't. No, they don't know what I'm talking about. It's basically it's a it's a website where you can get knowledge out of us, sort of thing. You know.
Right.
Depends what you want to do with it. The knowledge is there, tax is how you use it and take it in.
That's true.
No, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Well, I just don't know our computer there. For a sec. I shared the value hard drive yesterday.
Yeah, I'm right. Okay now.
500 gig hard drive for our laptop, £32.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, here's the box. It's 500 gigabytes. It's an internal 2.5 CN memory hard drive. For a notebook computer for laptop, here's there.
Oh, right. Cool.
32 £32.
Oh, that's not bad.
500 gigs.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, I have a couple of spare 160s, but it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
PC World and Curry's are all one day, you know. It's a quality product from Chips More. It's an ATA CN memory, an internal 2.5, 32 quid.
Oh.
So that gives me a thousand instead of the two 160s.
Yeah.
Yeah. done that there. So what I have to do now is plug that one back in and see if there's any more updates for it, and that's it, finished. I've all the programs installed on it. I've only got to put a video editing on it. I'm going to keep this one just for video editing, or save all my videos and stuff on it. Yeah, I've got to go to the gym, so I'll only be a month.
Okay.
Okay, I've got 6 more updates once I've been here and up there. Of course, I can do this one during the week on my leisure, you know. I installed the TV tuner drivers on today.
Alright.
Better. Computers, fuck's sake. Well, Josh, what about you, mate? Nobody's talking. Where? Oh, boy, you get tired this time of night.
Yeah, I'm about ready to get out of here myself.
Right, I'm going to close blog down and leave Skype on for a wee while. I'll get myself a cup of coffee. Josh, I appreciate you. Sorry, mate. Appreciate you, Josh, coming in.
No problem.
Let me come out of the room first and plug TV. Close that MacBook now.
Right.
I'll keep Skype on.
I'm gonna go in and shut it down. I gotta get ready. I got the wife coming down here in a little bit. We're gonna hang out for a little while, so.
Sure. Give us
So
space.
I'm gonna
Give
shut
us.
it down